Welcome everyone on our Community Fridays. And today we have Neha with us, Neha Batra. She's a um, weight management specialist and a trained and qualified dietitian. And so welcome to our show, Neha.
Hi, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome. And the topic that we have chosen today is very, very apt for you. So we thought we'll seek your guidance and counseling on that.
Yes, sir.
The summers are coming, and everybody
Yeah,
wants to flaunt their bodies. And
that's true.
so I'm also back in my t-shirts now from my suits. So
Yes, sir. Everybody is the summer closet is out. That's true.
absolutely. So so when we say summers, so there is something called the right body, the fit body, or let's call it the summer body.
Yes.
So, how do we maintain our summer body, with eating right? So that is the topic we want to raise it today with you. So
Yeah, yeah.
maybe your brief introduction on this can help us, and then we'll ask some questions raised by our viewers.
Yes, sir. Sure. So, if we basically want an introduction about it, it's the perfect topic to talk about because summer actually is the perfect season for us to basically go into a calorie deficit and, lose a lot of fat and lose your weight that you've gained in the winter season because any which ways the body needs of the calories that a body demands goes down by 200 to 300 calories, in summers for all of us.
Okay.
We tend to feel less hungrier. We tend to, consume lesser fats and lesser dense food because, it's really hot and our body is basically, struggling to just react to the dehydration and the heat that is in the environment. So our body tends to basically demand lesser calories. So it's the perfect time to basically, achieve those fat loss goals that we've been thinking about in generalization. So, and of course, there are a lot of superfoods and a lot of ways to achieve that, which we will be discussing in this session, sir. Yes.
Wonderful. So when we say in the summers, any standard time cap that we have to maintain between each of the meals?
So time gap basically doesn't change with seasons. There should be a specific pattern of eating. There should be an 80-20 rule that we should be following in terms of eating healthy and eating junk. That should be year round. And there should be three bigger meals and two small mid meals pattern, like a 5-meal pattern, a healthy starving yourself off, which should be follows. Two things that should be changing in summers is that, we should start our day a little early in the morning because, of course, the sun rises earlier and then, the days are bigger, longer, I would say. And the dehydration part, we should increase our water consumption by, I would say, double fold because in winters we tend to avoid drinking a lot of water because our body doesn't demand it. But in summers, it should be a mandatory protocol for our, diet plan and basic lifestyle because, we just don't need water for our weight loss and fat loss goals. But, in general, to just fight off that dehydration that our body reaches up to, the stomach issues that can be a part of our summer the environment, basically, the temperature that we face in India. We have a lot of issues with dehydration, fainting, stomach upset, and all those issues that can all be curbed by increasing the water intake. So that should be, the seasonal change that we should be incorporating in summers.
Okay. So Neha, just tell me, when we say water intake, we mean focused on water, or it is the liquid intake? I mean, can I take
See,
or juices,
I would,
fresh juices?
yeah. See, that's the prime focus of talking about today's session because, when we talk about liquids, a lot of time people mislead liquids with a lot of empty calories, which has a lot of sugar in all the juices and sharbats that we tend to make in summers and we think it's healthy.
Yes.
So, if we talk about consumption of liquid, I would say lemon water is healthy with a hint of honey and pink salt. Coconut water is really healthy. A lot of infused water, which has cucumbers, pomegranate, watermelon, a lot of other melons, mint, parsley, all these summer ingredients, they are healthy. But all those sugar laden juices that come in Tetra packs, all those processed juices, all the juices that we're making at home on the name of healthy eating, all those amras and the bale syrup and the bale sharbat that we are making. Of course, the ingredients are healthy, but the traditional process of making it, the way the way Indians make it, we put a lot of processed sugar into it, and we drink it all through summers considering it healthy. It's not healthy. We are basically consuming 10 to 12 spoons of sugar every day just in the name of covering up our liquid need of the day. I would say that's a completely wrong aspect of looking at it. Rather than going that way, it's always better that you just infuse your room temperature water or like cold water from the refrigerator with seasonal fruits. Include mint into it, parsley into it. You can add cucumber slices to it, pineapple, pomegranate, all these fresh seasonal fruits and greens, and that's the better way of consuming it rather than just having juices.
So not just any liquid, it has to be a healthier version of a liquid, right?
Yes, basically liquids and juices that don't include a lot of sugar content. Those, yes.
You can keep hydrating yourself with pure water or infused water.
See, there are a lot of options. Like when we talk about pomegranate is actually one of the summer superfoods where we talk about it in, if we talk about it scientifically, it's been proved that it has the capacity to shrink our fat cells if taken in the right way. So not just, eating it directly as a part of your mid-meal, you can have a serving of a pomegranate, like 1 katori in the afternoon as a mid-meal around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. But you can infuse your water with a lot of pomegranate and lemon in the morning, keep it infused for 2 hours and, keep on sipping on that, along with your usual 1 glass of water that you should take after every 1 or 2 hours. So, you're not just hydrating yourself, but you're also giving your body the, the properties of these superfoods that should be, they're enriching your water, not just the hydration aspect, but it's also nutrient dense now.
Okay. So one of our viewers is asking, can we consume the natural bale juice? In summers, bale is very popular.
Yes.
So, वो ले सकते हैं natural bale juice?
Yes. So if by natural bale juice, when we talk about natural bale juice, you should get the fruit. You should take the pulp out yourself. And, by grinding the pulp, putting natural sugar into it, a little bit of it, maybe brown sugar or honey, or, you can use jaggery, adding that to it, creating your own bale juice, maybe adding a hint of lemon to it or cumin powder as per your taste. Making that is, of course, the best way to go about it. But the packaged bale juices that are promoted in the market as healthy, I would say those are a big no-no.
Okay. So do it yourself, DIY.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Lovely. Wonderful. So, any other eating habit that you would want to suggest to our viewers for keeping the summers especially in view? Neha, are you there?
Are you back? Yeah, okay. So can you hear me? Because I lost your screen for a while in the middle. So, yeah.
Your connection is a little patchy, but yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
All right. Yeah, because I also, I couldn't see your screen for a while, so I thought maybe I lost you. Yes, so I guess you were talking about eating habits in summers that, we should be following?
Yeah.
Yes. So, see, the biggest misconception I would like to talk about today is that, a lot of people say that when summers arrive, we should stop having the highly dense protein items such as eggs or beans, because they create a lot of heat in our body in summers. But I would say we should, one thing that I should we all should actually encourage and incorporate in our diet is actually continuing with all those dense protein items. Eggs in moderation are actually, they have been proven to actually cut out the body heat by maintaining the water levels, by maintaining the moisture levels in our body. Same is with beans. All those healthy beans that we've been taking all through winter seasons, we shouldn't actually just throw them away. We should be having a generous portion of beans, but we should make it into a 50-50 proportion by adding all these seasonal vegetables, which we talked about: cucumbers, tomatoes, parsley, cilantro, a lot of lemon into it, adding a lot of seasonal vegetables into it, just increasing the moisture content and the water content of the food items by basically just saturating our dense proteins with a lot of moisture content, so that, our body is being provided with the satiety of the proteins along with the moisture and the water levels of the seasonal vegetables. That combination is the right way to go to achieve your macro levels. Also, you're getting your proteins from your food as well. And, you're also providing your body with all the hydration and all the freshness and all the water content that it's needing basically in the season.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you suggest that eat in moderation and a balanced
Yes.
diet, which is right for the summers, which is
Yes.
good in high in moisture.
See, I would say there is nothing wrong and right for summers and winters. The only precaution we should be taking in summers is we should be avoiding highly fried and highly spicy food. We should be avoiding very heavy meals, because then, after super heavy meals you don't feel like drinking a lot of water. You already feel bloated, and eventually you miss out on having your water need of the body for like 3, 4, 5 hours. You don't think about having water, and then by the end of the day your body doesn't have enough water to basically hold on to, and that's where it leads to dehydration, upset stomach, fainting, lower energy levels. Your workout capacity goes down by 10 folds, because you've had that heavy meal in the afternoon, and then you didn't think about your hydration levels for the next 5 hours because you were too busy digesting that heavy meal that you had. So the key to remain fuller in summers is basically adding a lot of fruits and vegetables to your diet and drinking water again and again, of course, which is infused by a lot of fruits that we've talked about. We've talked about pomegranate, but other fruit that I want to talk about is cherry. Cherry basically, has a major levels of nutrients, which have been proven to basically give body transformation to people who have been consistently eating smaller portions of cherry once or twice a day. So, eating smartly is the way to, go in summers. We should not be, some people just say, oh, we just like apple and banana. I understand that people, have preferences. Summer arrives and people start hogging onto mangoes. But then I don't say that, you shouldn't eat mangoes, but then pineapple has the capacity to cut your fat out of your body. Cherries have the capacity to give you body transformation goals if eaten in moderation. Same with pomegranate, like we talked about. They have the capacity to shrink your fat cells if eaten righteously. So I would say that rather than sticking onto your favorite food items, we should have a little bit of everything, and specifically the things that we talked about, because, those are not just giving you they just don't make you feel fresh in summers. They're basically providing you with the right amount of nutrients that you need for your fat loss goals.
Wonderful. So I think this is a great tip for all the viewers today logged in. Beautifully said. Now, one more thing which comes out, Neha, is that you said cherry is good to cut down your fat, and so is pineapple and the pomegranate, right? Do we take them just as fruit intake, or is there a better way to have them as infused in water? So is there any difference when I infuse it in the water, or having it in the water, or just like that is the same thing?
So see, when we talk about consumption of these items, I am again and again saying in moderation, because people don't realize the right limit of eating it. When I talk about in moderation, a small serving of 100 to 150 grams of that portion is actually more than enough for our body to take out all the nutritional density that it needs. But when when people tend to sit with a big bowl of cherry, they don't realize that, they're just eating much more than the body needs. So of course it's healthy. I wouldn't say eating fruits is bad, but if we talk about, achieving specific set of goals, in that case, I would say, if you're eating the desired amount of fruits, let's say if you're eating 2 cucumbers every day in your afternoon salad, you're adding a lot of pineapple, cherry, pomegranate, all these fruits that we talk about, lemon, cilantro, to your daily fruits and salads, you're actually consuming enough of it. So in the morning, if you just basically pick up a 2-liter water bottle, and if you infuse them with 4 slices each of these, you're not actually overdoing them. You're getting the same benefits, but in lesser calorie consumption, in lesser total amount of sugars that you're consuming, because at the end of the day, all of this is glycogen. It is going to provide you energy as well. It is going to provide you calories as well. It is actually adding up to your total macro content for the day, regardless of their nutritional value. So infusing water or adding them to salads, or maybe, adding a smaller portion of these to your beans or your protein levels, is actually basically, you're riching up your meals, as well as you basically keeping up the portion control and the right amount of portion that's needed for us in mind as well. So these alternates basically just help you achieve that.
Okay, wonderful. So I think at least I will start infusing my water with the cherry pomegranate.
Yes.
Pineapple,
Yes, sir.
water will
Yes.
taste, and it will do the purpose. And if I eat more, then probably I'm adding on to calories also, which in fact I'm trying to avoid by doing all this diet management. Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of our viewers is asking which seeds are good in summer. She's asking a comparison between chia seeds and basil seeds.
If we talk about seeds, chia seeds are actually a good option. I wouldn't, there's nothing bad in having chia seeds, but if we talk about summer superfoods, the basil seeds is the way to go. Basil seeds, also known as sabja seeds, they have high levels of body cooling properties. They kill the heat out of our body. The best way to start your morning is to infuse 1 spoon of basil seeds for 15 minutes in water. Warm water or cool water, that's your choice. Warm water soaks up the best properties out of it. In just 15 minutes, they swell up to their maximum size. But room temperature water also works overnight. So having that 1 spoon of basil seeds, you can again infuse that water as well with lemon or aloe vera, your choice of citrus nest. And that's the best way to start your day. It has cooling off properties. It helps you with weight loss. It has a lot of fiber. So it actually helps you with the stomach indigestion and constipation issues. Plus, it has the caliber to actually support your system against hypertension, against, your overall blood sugar levels and your glucose levels as well. So sabja seeds or basil seeds, whatever people call it by their name, that's the super seed for summers. And everybody should be effectively taking it. It can be taken in pregnancy, it can be taken in old age, even people with diabetes and BP issues, people with thyroid issues. All of us can actually uniformly consume it. So the only super seed for summer that I would recommend is sabja seeds.
So it wins hands down.
Yes, sir.
Very nice, very good. I think it's a very, very good information that we've gathered today from you.
Thank you, sir.
So, we get a lot of fruits to eat during the summers, which
Yes,
is
sir.
pomegranate and cherries. I'm re-emphasizing it so that viewers who have joined late should
Yeah.
also realize that these are the 3 foods you should consume and infuse
Yes, sir.
water, so that will do a much better thing to you. And
Yeah.
start your day with the basil seeds that also infused in water for just about half an hour. That is a very unique.
Yes, sir.
Normally we
Yeah.
steam them overnight, but this is half an hour is good enough for basil seeds, right?
Half an hour is good enough. Warm water, if you take warm water, even 15 minutes are more than enough. It swells up to their maximum capacity in 15 minutes in warm water.
Okay, wonderful. And then what do? You discard the seeds or consume them as well?
No, you have to consume the seeds. It becomes like this gelatiny structure. It almost like, the glue that kids play around with. So, you have to basically eat the seeds. You can actually infuse those seeds also in like a bigger quantity of water bottle with, a little bit of honey, lemon, aloe vera, your cut fruits. You can keep on having that as a drink as well. Or, you can infuse that in your desserts also. When I say desserts, I mean that, for your breakfast, you can actually have like a bowl of, milk oats, or you can have a portion of Greek yogurt with a little bit of muesli or, your parfait. And you can add these seeds into that with a little bit of honey. And that almost creates, the texture of a very fulfilling dessert, like, a little bit of honey and a little bit of seeds with milk or yogurt base, and it provides a lot of satiety also to you with the right amounts of fats for the just the perfect morning. So it's a good option for breakfast also. If you want to go salt free, if you want to have sweet desserts, you choose your choice of a healthy sweet, honey or jaggery. Add that to your choice of protein, milk, oats, or Greek yogurt and top them with seeds and fruits. So that's also a right way to go for a breakfast option.
Wonderful. This is amazing. Actually, we are almost at the close of our session. We have spent 30 minutes, and I'm not even realizing that we spent so much time together on this.
Yes, sir.
Very, very enriching. Very, very enriching.
Thank you so
While
much.
closing on to the session, we have a lot of questions, but
Yeah.
time is permitting us. Any final tips that you want to give to our viewers before we talk to you again in the next session?
Final tip, like we've talked about, I would just like to close down the session with, if we talk about cereals and pulses, I would say all the healthy beans that we eat is the right way to go. Adding oats to your diet because it provides a lot of fiber and it holds on to the water in the body. So, you can add oats to your meals, regardless of which meal is it. Breakfast, lunch, you can have oats roti, oats chila, that can be added. All the fruits that we've talked about, of course, can be added. Adding a lot of greens to all your meals. Spinach, cilantro, parsley, Indian dhania, all of that, adds up to water content, also provides freshness to your meals also, whether it's meals or it's drinks. Adding all these green leaves to your, lemonade or drinks or infused waters, that also adds up to it. Having a lot of fibrous foods, which include sabja seeds also, all these vegetables that we've talked about, fiber holds on to water as well, helps us dehydrate. It takes more time for our body to dehydrate if we have a lot of fiber content in our body. That's coming from all these food items that we've talked about. Consuming a lot of liquids, chilled soups out of vegetables, not having empty calories like we talked about, and just in general, keeping yourself hydrated and full with lighter and fresher meals is the way to go to achieve your summer body goals.
Lovely, wonderful. So, all our viewers who are tuned in, if you want to have any specific questions for Neha, you can reach her directly and or let us know. We will connect you. Thank you very much, Neha, for this very
Thank you
beautiful
so much.
and really enjoyed. And one of the finest sessions we've had. In 30 minutes, we have
Yeah.
covered so much, and it's a very quick dossier of how to remain in your best form in the summers.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure joining in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers. See you next Friday in our Community Friday. Thank you.
All right, sir. Take care. Thank you.